So this is Dr. Coach K with Umoji, www.umojienergy.com. And for those that are new, we are a 501c3 organization and community. We build reentry adults into reconciliation, solidarity, and support system and back into their communities for second chances. What we want to talk today about is wealth building, generational wealth building as well. A lot of people are misinformed that wealth is currency or United States dollars. Wealth is not about USD dollars because, as you know, USD dollars is run on debt and negative deficiency. But we do use the credit system and the dollar system to provide for our families. But that is not the only provision. That is the mainstream of America provision. You have the alternative lifestyle of wealth, and that is partnerships and working together as a community with skills and products, and then learning how to multiply and sharing the wealth. What does that mean by multiplying and sharing the wealth? Is that when you have four or more, or two or more come together, you can build upon that from a snowball effect into an avalanche effect. We talk a lot about this in wealth building and generational wealth. A lot of times, the American dream leaves out of the equation what it means to work in solidarity. The alternative productivity that was used from the beginning of time to the end of time is working together as a family. Sometimes they call that as a team. And so when you learn athleticism in business, you will understand that wealth is not going out there making money. A lot of times is strategy, learning how to multiply what you do have or you do not have. So let me use an example. If you had 2 to 4 families come together, okay, and those 4 families were able to find a mutual interest or common denominator, and that might be to buy property together, that might be to share food together, eat dinners together, that might mean to go to buy clothing in bulk together, right? This is what we call bulk is cheaper than to buy small scale productions, right? You can get probably 100 outfits for the same price of 4, and that's because of bulk prices, right? This is what we call sharing the wealth to multiply. Let's say we have a phone plan. You might have a phone plan of 2 people that is unlimited, but if you buy in bulk of a phone plan of 15, it might be the same price as 2. So this is what people don't do because they are like, oh my God, I don't want to share my minutes, unlimited minutes. There's no way you're going to use all your minutes in the same month. So you rather do waste instead of multiply. So what happens is, what if you got together with 5 families with an unlimited plan for the price of 2 people, and for those lines are free. You learn how to take those free lines and put it towards a different use that will multiply, like toiletries, like cleaning supplies, like dinners, right? Like traveling together, like buying property together, like renovating, going to Home Depot or Lowe's to buy different products in bulk. Always remember, buying in bulk is cheaper than buying small scale units, right? A manufacturer is going straight to the manufacturer, or the wholesaler, instead of buying from the retailer, right? These are the things that they don't teach you because they don't want you to know that you can live a wealthy life as a group if you work together. And sometimes we want to say, no, that's not true. You got to like each other. You got to be with each other 24 hours, 7 days a week, like a marriage. A lot of times it's common denominator. You come together as a scheduled strategy to produce together. Like when you go to a job, you don't marry the job. You commit to a certain amount of hours to show up. You take care of your business, of your position, and then you leave. That is exactly what mutual interest ventures are like when you're working together. There's a lot of people that don't have credit, but if you come together and buy things together, your credit become accumulative and you're able to buy and produce and have a purchasing power of $1 million or higher as a group. People are like, oh, I don't want to be a corporate. I don't want to be a coalition. I don't want the paperwork. I don't want the administration. I don't want the responsibility. And this is why we have a disconnect. This is why we are dismantled. This is why we are divided. And when you go into the prison system, you're going in as an individual, not as a group, not as a sovereign nation, not as a sovereign community, not even as a sovereign family. A lot of times people only have the understanding of what has been given to them, not what they have researched, not what they have studied, not what have they collected as a community. And our goal as Umoja is to produce a civility world, civility communities, civility societies where we can stand and build at tables and come in a correct manner to be competitive, to be sovereignty, and to prevail. There's a Japanese practice that they go together in all meetings, not just to witness, but to negotiate, to strategize, and to close deals together. And that is the bulk ideology. You don't want to go into a community divided and conquered. You want to go into a community as solidarity, into one mutual agreement, and that is to get the best price for what you're requesting, a win-win. To mediate, that's the word, to mediate on your behalf with your community. And that's why you don't just send a representative with witnesses. You go in to negotiate, mediate a win-win so everyone is happy, not a compromise, but a win-win to prevail for both sides. And then you walk away. This is called generational wealth. This is called ownership. This is called sovereignty. This is called self-determination. And absolutely, this is called civility. So that when prison or policing or organizations of authoritarian sees the sovereignty, they're not going to be intimidated by it. They're not going to be inferior. They're going to know that they're hired help. They're going to understand their position of power in the alignment of your sovereignty as a community, as a negotiator, as a mediator, as a advocate. There is a whole different world out there, and we should seize the moment, seize the opportunity, and not relinquish it. And our goal as Umoja is not only to show precedence, but to build with partnerships, to build with communities, to build with individuals, so that the world knows that power does not mean absence. It means relentless commitment to the end of endurance and stamina. And that is what we have in our favor, in our strength. And that is in our cards. So with that said, if you are interested in building in sovereignty and unification and learning how to buy property and how to provide salaries through skills, through endurance, through showing up, through representation, that's where we all begin. That's how we start moving forward in our strength, is the power to show up. Once again, this is Dr. Coach K. I'm signing off. We'll have more conversations.